And welcome back, everyone. We are entering the second half of the 2010 season. Sammy Sosa, of course, just 5 home runs away from 700. See if he can wrap that up relatively soon. Got a bunch of games in a row to start or to end July. And we'll see where Sosa is. Hopefully he can inch closer, and then we'll check and see if we need to make any moves at the trade deadline. We've made it to the trade deadline. Had a little slump there, losing 5 in a row, but came back strong, sweeping the Red Sox, winning our first 2 games against the Yankees, and getting the series win against Minnesota. And we've made it to the trade deadline. Take a quick look. See what transactions have transpired here. Little minor league deals. So far, Hee-Seop Choi gets moved. Keith Ginter, probably another minor league deal. So far, no big... Oh, there's a big trade. Simon Kachi and Davies and DeJean. So, 6-person trade. Baco, our old friend Daigle, and Casey get moved from Oakland there. Boston making a move. See what else is going on here. Big trade from Cincinnati. Merker and Fuentes for Williamson and Kevin Millwood involved in that deal. The Yankees also making a move. Adam Kennedy, who's probably a little too old and sitting in the minor league somewhere. Jason Bartlett gets moved. Flash White, crazy good name, for Ramon Padilla, our old farmhand. And Frank Catalanato also gets traded. So nothing too crazy in terms of blockbuster trades. Keep checking down. Roger Johnson. Yeah, we saw that one already. Saw that Cincinnati deal. Yeah, so no really big deals this trade deadline. Let's check up on the fellas. Starting rotation looking solid, as we've come accustomed to. Valendia has pitched really well out of that long roll, and bullpen's been shutting it down. BJ Ryan settling down a bit too. Good to see. And then our major league team, Mora and Tejada continuing to produce. Markakis staying hot. Sosa inching closer. We may have to be on alert for him to get to 700 at the end of the year. Derek Lee slumping a little bit. Brandon Phillips Wilmer picking it up too. Off the bench, McCann slowing down just a tad. I mean, both these guys can throw the ball. Pretty good fielding. So we'll keep McCann in there since he's been good. Maybe we look for another catcher that can come and take the reins. And then pitching-wise, I think we're pretty much all set there. Maybe a closer, but BJ Ryan's really settled down. Check this trading block. Octavio Dotel could be a pickup, but like I said, we're pretty set in the pen. And looking for catchers, potentially Wilson. There's Adam Kennedy. So he's borderline MLB player at this moment with Catalanato. Right after they traded for him, put him on the block. Let's see, nothing really catching my attention here. Oh, I thought that was AJ Hinch, but different one. Different made-up Hinch. So we'll check around. See what teams we could potentially make a move for who would be sellers. Devil Rays or Red Sox have really faltered down the stretch. Only looks like 2.5 games back of the wild card, though, so theoretically still in contention. So Devil Rays, these bottom dwellers in the AL Central, even though they're kind of there, but not really that close. Then the A's, Mariners, pretty far away. A lot of teams to catch up. NL East, outside of those top two teams, kind of try and swindle a deal with any of them. NL Central got 4 teams right there. And then NL West, Dodgers continue to stay hot. Diamondbacks really fell off. Giants below 500. Rockies trying to make a charge to get back into the postseason. So we'll see what catchers are out there that we could potentially trade for. No real good-looking catchers on those bad teams that we would want to trade for, either for contract reasons or just performance in general, but can't ignore Rene Rivera down here in AAA. Looks like he's got a cannon behind the plate. Fielding, not great, but we can probably live with that. So we'll give him a run. Going to ship Navarro down, see if he can't get hot, pick it up. Give Rivera about a month of playing time, see where he lands. So, like the rest of the MLB, no trades for us for the most part. No major ones, no blockbusters, anything like that. So we'll move on, focus on Sosa, getting homer number 700 and continuing to win ball games. And also, since it's the end of the month, check in on our minor league top performers. Hayden Penn wins it once again in AAA. Coy Hill, maybe we give him a look at catcher. Those defensive stats say otherwise. Van Houten, 13 homers in AA, and Rayburn staying hot in AAA. And then who should we send down? AA ball. Don't really care. We have our first Cy Young and MVP races. Santana winning it again. And Tejada leading the MVP race for us. So back to his ways. So we'll continue to try and up those stats with Tejada. Get his, at this time, I believe, 3rd MVP season if possible. And as we're monitoring Sosa and what he's doing and on track to do, Melvin Mora out for 20 days. So that means Rayburn's coming back up for sure. We'll see if we want him or Phillips in the lineup, though, shortly. So we call up Rayburn. Just because he's been our guy in the past, we'll keep him in the lineup, move some things around, put Matt Holliday in the 2 spot. Then let's move Sosa up in the lineup, see what he can do. Rene Rivera's struggling. We'll give him a couple more games before we likely shoot him down. And as we enter the twilight of August, Garcia looking to come back from the DL. And man, this tough decision with this bullpen. Oh man, I don't know who to send down here. Might go Velandia just because he was the last guy to get called up. Give Garcia his spot back in our bullpen. One more final check on our players of the month in the minor leagues. Some familiar faces and names there. Van Houten really turned it on, 21 homers. It's a great month for him. And then Jason Worth takes the reins. Who should be sent down? Geronimo Hill, they really want us to send him down. Check on the MVP race. Joe Mauer in the lead in that catcher spot. Same with Santana. Quick checkup on the standings here. Blue Jays really coming on hot. They're 3.5 games up in the wild card. Really came out of nowhere this year. Yankees on a big slide. White Sox comfortable lead in the Central. Same with the Angels in the West. Braves and Mets still going at it in the NL East. Reds and Pirates have separated themselves in the Central. Dodgers pulling away in the NL West. Padres and Rockies not too far behind, though. And then, of course, check up on Sammy. Still 2 away. Rayburn not doing so hot. Limited opportunities. Let's give Lopez a go at third base. Just with those stats, they look ridiculous. So test him out at third base. Keep Rayburn on the bench for now. Continue to monitor Sosa. After a big win against Tampa Bay, winning 15-2, figured, let's see if Sosa got in on the action, hit a home run. Lo and behold, he is one away at 699. So, of course, we're going to jump in with him, try and get to that 700 mark.
Stepping in, Sammy Sosa.
Here we go, first attempt for 700.
Brown delivers a fastball out of the zone.
Brown's throwing gas.
It's easy to see why the grounds crew is regarded as one of the best in the business.
We're being patient, though, looking for ours. On the fastball, but no dice there.
Up next, Sammy Sosa.
And our second AB was Sosa.
Righty hitters who are superior against that one's
There it is.
and it's gone.
There it is, 700 for Sosa. Back-to-back days with a homer. Not leaving the Oriole faithful waiting. Standing ovation on a Thursday afternoon. Number 700 for Sosa. We end up losing 7-5. But with that 15-game lead in the AL East, we are feeling comfortable. Sosa has accomplished his goals for this year, getting to that 3,000 hit mark and number 700. And what is likely his last year with us. Now we can move him down in the lineup a little bit, maybe give some other guys an opportunity at the DH. He's been productive, but not his best. Still supplying that power in his age 41 season. Mora coming back from the DL. Still hurt for 5 days, but we could use him in that lineup. We'll shoot Rayburn back down to the minors. Unfortunately for him, he didn't really perform too well in his short time at third base. Lopez not really winning any jobs there. And it looks like McCann, we'll slot him back into that catcher spot and bring Navarro back up as well. And an injury to our starting staff. It is our fifth starter, Gavin Floyd, out for 15 days. And we'll bring up Hayden Penn. Give him a little look here at the end of the season. As we head into the final two series of the year, slumping a little bit here at the end. At 95 wins, can we get to that 100 mark again? Everyone else in the AL East under 500. Take a look here. 4.5 games back are the Twins of the White Sox. Angels clinched the West already. Yeah, we clinched the East pretty easily. And then the Rangers are leading the wild card race in the AL. Race heating up in the NL East, but the Braves commanding lead of 4.5 games in the wild card. Pirates running away with the Central here. And the Dodgers running away with the West. Still only 4 games up. So still some work to do for them. Let's sim this Toronto series and see where we are for the Red Sox. And perfect timing at the end of the Toronto series. Gavin Floyd coming off the DL. Checking on how Hayden did. Not too great. And looks like a couple starts for him. So he'll go back down to AAA. Floyd will slot back in that rotation. Another little checkup on the standings. Let's go to the NL. Dodgers clinch in the West. Pirates clinch the Central. And the Braves and Mets both are going to the postseason, but still duking it out for that NL East title. Rangers clinch the wild card in the AL. Angels, of course, had already clinched the West. And then the Twins making a little comeback against the White Sox. Let's see around the league. Let's see these games. Who's playing who? White Sox get the Royals, who are pesky, and then the Indians going against the Twins, who have struggled this year. We're also at 97 wins, so need a sweep of the Sox to get to 100. Just go ahead, sim these games, see if it comes down. We win 5-0 with Floyd's return to the mound. Check on that Central again. Twins win, White Sox lose. So Twins back within 1 game. And we lose 8-6 against Boston. So no 100 wins this season. White Sox won, or they both lost. So it will go down to the final day for those 2 ball clubs. Let's see who they got. Carlos Silva on the mound for KC. Fossum, who has 13 wins for the White Sox. Then Radke going against Miller there in Cleveland. Go ahead and manage this final game. We got Lowen going. Let's see if I can give Lewis a spot start. His stamina's kind of juiced. So we'll go with Lowen. Lawrence on the mound for the Red Sox. Some boys need some breaks. Tejada and D. Lee, most notably. So Lopez will play short. Phillips. Let's try and get creative with this. Yeah, Phillips will go to third. Mora to first base. Wilmer getting in there. Get Holiday that day off. And then we got one more spot to fill. Yeah, we'll just put Navarro in DH, or McCann DH, Navarro behind the plate. Check up on these. We'll check up on the stats after this one. Just bump some guys up in the lineup. A lot of lefties on my bench. So we'll go ahead and manage this game. And then check out what's going on in the Central after this. Disappointing year again for the Sox. We are absolutely controlling this AL East here in this sim. Adam Lowen is controlling this game, and McCann goes deep. Goes opposite field over the monster. Big Papi gets a double, but that's it. And Renteria goes yard. But we keep the lead 2-1. Markakis goes deep again this year. Breakout year for him. 2 on. Phillips can't get it done. That will probably be it from Lowen. No need to stretch him. Another RBI for Cakes. Yeah, we'll take him out. Go a Felt here. In trouble. We got to take him out. Still trying to win a ball game here. Go JC. And he gives up the lead. But keep it tied. Wilmer can't come through. Sanchez up again. Now we'll bring in the righty. Go Garcia's calmed down nicely in that pen. Gets the double play there. Big double. Markakis gives us the lead. Up 5-4. Try and close it out with BJ. Only 27 saves on the year for him. Make it 28. So we win 99 games. And the regular season is over. So that must mean the White Sox walked away with the division there. You see our goals. 3 out of 5 in that 1-year stretch, and we do complete all our 3-year contract goals. So we are in the good graces of the owners. Let's check in on this race. Maurer leading heading into the final day. Oliver Perez making a late comeback for Cy Young with 21 wins. Just make sure we're not missing anything. Yep, White Sox will be in the playoffs. Mets won the NL East. Pirates, Dodgers, O's. And then, of course, Before we check the season awards, let's check in on our boys, how they did this year. Lowen got that final win. Only 12 wins with a 2.9 ERA is criminal. Cabrera also 10-11 with a 3.4. Noah Laurie ended up winning 19 games for us. We took him back on a flyer. ERA just under 4, but wins 19 games. And then Floyd 9-6 with a 3.7. So solid end to our rotation there. Floyd will probably be left off the playoff rotation. Here's our bullpen, which was really good all year. Limited time for BJ Ryan, but all sub-4 ERAs, all you can ask for, especially in this game. B-Rob took back that leadoff spot. 316 with 20 bombs for him and Markakis. Monster year for our right fielder. 35 homers, 109 RBI. Tejada couldn't quite get to 40, but 110 RBIs for him. Mora supplying some pop, 34. D-Lee got to 30. Patterson doing all right. Matt Holliday, big first year for him. Sosa, of course, ends with 700 homers and 3,122 hits. So thank goodness we hopped in there, or else he wouldn't have got it. And McCann finishing as our catcher against righties. Lopez came on well, serviceable. He's on the last year of his contract. Wilmer did well in his first year. Phillips great off the bench, and Navarro coming back to life a little bit with that bat. Quick checkup. AAA, Rayburn, of course, did well. Called him up. Rivera called him up. So AAA, once again, crushing it. Let's check these awards. Maurer takes the MVP, and Hanley Ramirez on the Pirates, leading them. Perez gets the Cy Young there. Ben Sheets. So 2 20-game winners. 20-plus game winners taking home the Cy Youngs. Coda for the Red Sox, bright spot in their season, wins Rookie of the Year. And Duchesne, monster year for the Cubs. I'll have to check him out. I don't really remember editing him at all. And after those drafts, K-Rod takes home the Relief Man of the Year, and Looper continues his good season. Crawford, I guess, was DHing for him. Interesting with that speed and that glove, but I won't question it. Maurer, of course, winning. Mark Teixeira. Josh Barfield gets the second base Silver Slugger. Thought that could have been B-Rob. Beltre wins it over Mora. Tejada gets his Silver Slugger. Delman Young, Bobby Abreu, and Markakis gets his first Silver Slugger. Pedro, how about it? Winning Silver Slugger. Willingham on the Pirates. Big reason why they won that Central. Then Ricky Weeks, power man at second base. There you see a couple Mets winning, and Carlos Lee there. And then the Gold Gloves. I don't think we won any because that was one of our goals. No wonder Maurer won the MVP. Swept his awards. Cleveland didn't win many games, but pretty good defensively in the infield. Ibar wins it. Wells, Balf, Delman. Sweep for him. Outside MVP, of course. And then, let's see, David Wright, Andrew Jones, Mike Jordan on the Cubs, Lastings Millage as well. So 99 wins, not quite 100, but best record in baseball heading into the postseason yet again. Solid team all throughout the year. The year of Sammy Sosa and his milestones. And we will jump into the playoffs next episode. Thanks as always for watching. Signing off, and we'll be ready for the postseason.